Hey everyone, DuckNuck84 here, back with more Pillars of Eternity. Now you might notice that I'm in a different location from where we last left off. That was because I lost the footage. But, to be fair, it wasn't really that much footage that's lost, only about half an hour, and the only thing you really missed was me going into the final two rooms of the downstairs area where I fought some monsters I had trouble with and had to do the fight a couple of times, and me running to the inn. That, and you also missed me equipping my miniature space piglet, who is the best party member ever. He's hiding out over there. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clink from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone. There's my miniature space piglet. But yeah, that's really the only thing that you missed. So, game-wise, not all that important. There wasn't any story details or anything like that.
Right.
So, you have the candles here.
Laying low.
Anything hidden? The candles flicker gently as you approach. There's a gap above the altar lined with broken glass where a mirror may once have been set into the wall. Candles are still burning, not bad for a dead god. What are these for? Redemption. They got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was scared as a kid when I did mine. That takes you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then you come out into this room, and they uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you all. All your family, your friends, and it's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that in my whole life. And we're not going to snuff out a candle, because these are the people's mark of redemption. Okay, so we can get out there. But now that we've killed everything in here, let's do a little sneaky sneak to see if there's anything we missed.
I shall be discreet.
Oh, that and, right here I found a, oops, don't want character. Found a nice helmet right here that you can use. Very nice. And of course, if you want to read the lore here for the helmet. But yeah, that's pretty much all you missed. Some aggravating combat where I failed a couple of times. And me running back to the inn to buy more camping supplies. Now let's see if there's anything hidden. Oh, we didn't. It's not hidden, but we didn't go over here. But yeah, you basically missed me going to this room, which had the Phantom and two guys, which we killed. And up here, there was a bunch of, what are they called? Yeah, Skulder. There's two Skulders and a Skulder King. And the Skulder King, I can tell you, hits hard. If you don't watch your stuff going on, your characters will die like mine did. As you see right here, he fainted and took a lot of damage, so still got to be careful.
Huh?
So this is where the priests are. Now the question is, do I loot all of this? What's that? First, what's this? Stands rock unsteady on its base. It seems that the mechanism is broken. There's a faint scratching upon the bricks by the door hinges. some of the gold leaf on these relics is chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There's our tooth marks upon the bowl. Well, I think we can figure out what happened. When the lynch mob came into the church, they retreated into this secret area, but once they closed it, the mechanism was broken and they couldn't get out. You can see scratching on the brickwork as they tried to get out, and tooth marks on the wooden bowls as they starved to death and tried to eat anything they thought might give them sustenance. Gaunt's shard. Another crowbar. What else do we have? What about you? And you?
Yeah.
Okay, now we will talk to the dead spirit. Maybe he'll confirm if my theory is right. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faint image of a standing figure. It features a blur of the mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs following a weaving circle of torchlights. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ear. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out and grips your arm and steadies you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflecting pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they led the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wharton as he joins you. Wait, wasn't that the guy up at the top? Or am I mistaking them? As he joins you, here at the bottom of the temple in the memory, he glances at you for a moment and then looks past at someone else. "I'll come back once they're gone," he said. Oh, that's why he wanted to let them out. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. "Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances." Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There's only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles on you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know, too, with a sickening certainty that nobody is coming. There's a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear in the faint murmurs to your right the familiar cadence of a prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You're too tired to hear them, to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There's a light, they say, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like faded fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. Well, I was kind of right. And I do think that what's-his-name at the top was trying to get back to them, but for some reason he couldn't. I don't think he's a lion bastard because he was still trying to do it. What is there to be afraid of? You're already dead. Let's go that route. We don't need to torment him, but we're not going to say nothing because could use some words for the dead. Spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you starting off at nothing, doesn't get less weird. We'll gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. And what is this over here?
Right.
Potion of Spirit Shield. Turquoise, you can have that. And lore text.
Huh?
That is everything. Well, that is another sad story. This whole town is full of misery and sadness, it seems. But I hope I'm right in saying that he at least tried to get back to them, but he couldn't. Hopefully he's just not feeling guilty for selling them out. But I'm going to believe him. I'm going to believe him that he truly tried to get back, but couldn't because of reasons. Well, yep, Wharton, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well met, friend.
I think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arm's hurting a little less. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Yes, let's question him about this, because I want the full story before I decide what's going on. No, of course not, just never good at lingering around this place, that's all. Did you find anything? You lied to me. I was clear about everything, the risk involved. Is that what you mean? I did say there would be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. I do have good perception. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighs on your conscience, maybe. Horton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you... Yeah, we'll go with that. How could you betray them? They trusted you. Betrayed? I was never one of them. Mad followers of the Shattered God. If I could have chased them all out of town, if... You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did, every day, every single day. I went to the temple and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire and Roderick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me coming in and trying to help them. I could have been arrested right along with them. So you worked for Roderick. It gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. I know what was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in there. I couldn't understand. Every warning I gave them, they ignored. The Rectrix, she said they'd be reborn anyhow, so it didn't matter. So she got what she wanted, her martyrdom. Frederick ordered us to round them up, lock them in the cells. I convinced them to hide at least. They that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of Drywood back to Idria. But when I told them the men that the priest had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. There was nothing I could do. Yeah, nothing you could do but tell someone. Get the town together. Organize a rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I had known. They were some of the last decent folks left in this hole. Now all we got left is people like you. So why did you send me down there? Not do that, because that wouldn't have done anything, because Roderick would have just thrown him in jail and they would have killed him, so I want to know why you sent me down there. Because if Lord Roderick means to have this temple cleared, they would have found the bones eventually. They knew I was lying to them when I said the priest left, and I'd hang. I don't know if Roderick would have killed them. Maybe they'd be languishing in cells now. Maybe they'd be off somewhere in the Empire. No, they'd be in the cells, I think, and I'd have a night's peace. I told you the way of it. Told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now. Make your decision. It's not too late to make amends. I'm not sure of that. It's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? You were going to bury these bones, my friend. I can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest and try and do right by them somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done. Give me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. You better. I'm gonna come and kick your ass.
Huh?
And I didn't get paid for that either. Damn it! All because I have to be nice.
Right.
But hey, this whole religion's about redemption. He gets a second chance. Well, now that we've cleared out the temple, I think we'll take a rest at the inn, and then we will head south to go try to find that midwife. And I've never even looked at the common room while I've been in here. Might be some interesting stuff here. So we got... Oh yeah, there's the drunken farmer guys. These are just all villagers. Servant. Can we go mess with the drunkard, I wonder? Let's see. Who are you then? Another fool come to answer Redrick's invitation? Our great lord has my sister run out of town after our boy was born. She was the only family I had left. Not sure where she is now. Please, I need another drink. I won't mess with you. Yeah, and I will agree, this town is kind of crap. Or are these more people I can view their souls? Yeah, so it looks like yellow and green guys are people I can view their souls. And what do you got to say? So you're a hunter and you took your son hunting and you have OCD issues and had to leave from wherever you were originally for some reason. Okay, let's confront these guys here before we head out.
Welcome.
Don't know who you are, don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Well, I'm here to chat with you. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Smells like it, too. Yeah, before we decide again what to do, we're going to hear their side of the story and see who we think has the upper ground. Well, someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's the king of the town and account that he's got the mill to his name. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him and then cutting our purses when we need to buy our grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crop. Well, from what he told us, most of it was crap anyway. You have blighted wheat. That's what the fucking I'm all about. Now shove off. Yeah, what are you doing here then? What's it look like drinking till I forget how much I want to put a pitchfork through Trumble's face? Or Trumble's face. We will try diplomacy, but I don't think it's going to work. What if I buy you around? Will you talk to me then? Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats and might be feeling up to trading words. Well, I happen to have 2 beers and an ale. Don't know if it matters if I actually have it, but...
Yeah.
Gods keep you.
Wait, so did that do anything? Maybe I have to go talk to the barkeeper. Or the servant here.
Sure.
Good day, stranger.
Let's see. Fine fellow, you're having me on. Any more fighting and I'll have to ban swine from the inn entirely. Until then, it's 6 coppers per the lot. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if we can win them over with more drink. Well, that's alright then. Here, 3 drinks for the 3 fools. You get them off Trumble's back, and maybe he'll be a little less stingy with his supplies.
Hail, traveler.
Oh, no, I had that right there.
Hail, traveler.
Here, your drinks. Hey, so you have. By the flames, I never thought I'd be happy for a mug of Blackhound shit beer. Gods, that's good. Alright then. You've got my attention. What is it you got to say that's worth a round of drinks? I don't have the resolve. Maybe we could tell him more about what's going. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. Yeah, let's get your side of the story to the fullest. It's like I said, the miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Aphra pay half what we do. And maybe we've been a bit rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve, and do you think Trumble's going to be sorry about it when we do? Let's see. Trumble's coming. don't think we can persuade Tremble, because, I mean, they did threaten him, so he's not going to back down for fear of his family, maybe. Let's try that. You have the miller up against the wall. Maybe you can ask some of the other villagers for help. You're right. Things going like they are, we're just going to end up hanging from the tree out there. Yay, we did it diplomatically. Tell him we'll leave him be. Don't know what we'll do now with the crops failing. Haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pisca needs a hand around the inn. There we go. We sold that without having to kill anybody for once in the town. And maybe they've turned over a new leaf.
Hello.
That, or they'll drink themselves silly and forget about this whole thing. While we're here, let's see. Do you know anyone who's looking for work? Well, I can't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Okay, yeah, so that just takes you to the adventurer creation if you need it.
Hail, traveler.
And we are going to rest up. Now let's go tell the miller the good news. That he no longer has to fear for his life or his family's because we have got the dwarves off his back. And hopefully it hasn't turned out that he's been lying to us like everyone else in this town so far for every quest we've done. Good news, Trumbull.
Hello.
I spoke with Swiner. He's not going to bother you anymore. I've convinced him to leave you be. Why, that's great news. I wasn't sure you'd get through to him. Well, beer probably helped. There were other mines with drunk half the time. And I added to that, so there were other mines completely. All of the time now with drink. Oh, you a great debt. Here, he pulls a couple coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards you. Today's earnings, to show my appreciation. And you can be sure I'll let everyone know what you've done for me. I'm going to take it because I didn't get paid from the last mission. Now we stand a chance of getting through the year. All thanks to you. Safe travels, friend. Against the grain. How much did we get paid? Does it tell me? It does not, but what do we got? $20 copper. Well, it's something. Not going to be able to buy a house with it, but every little bit helps. Okay, just a quick stop at the smithy, and then we will be off to the south. And whatever lies after that. Now we'll get rid of that. I like the spear, but it's too slow right now. Maybe if I get some more fighters in the group, I might go back to it, but... So that, do we got anything there? Do we got anything there? No. Have lots of gems. Those look like they're also used for crafting. Yeah, I wouldn't get too much. I mean, I get some from them, but... Oops, and there's some leather armor we can get rid of. Never going to use that helmet again. And let's see if we have anything new. Would be nice. Nope, we cannot afford any of it. Plus one disengaging. That could be good for you, because when you get attacked by oops, no, I don't want to do that. Trade. If you get aggroed when you try to run away, you won't take some damage. You try to disengage.
Huh?
I'll have to keep that in mind and maybe come back for that later. Okay, finally to the south.